Hello everyone, it's our story time this afternoon. Now this week I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Rather than reading a story, I thought we'd read a fact book about bears. Because we have been looking at the bear hunt this week and reading about the bear. And today, on Safe Internet Day, we've been learning about facts and how some things on the internet aren't always true. One of the ways we can check whether a fact on the internet is true is looking in a book. This is a non-fiction book. That means it's got information in it. This one's called Watch Me Grow Bear. Let's have a look together. Look at that cute bear. At the beginning of a non-fiction book, you usually have a contents page. This is the contents page for this book. It tells us which page to look on if we want to find some information. So if I want to learn about bears learning to fish, then I would look here. I'm learning to fish, page 16 and 17. If I want to find out about bears from different parts of the world, I look over here. My friends from around the world, page 22 and 23. Let's read and find out some information about bears. I'm a bear. I am the largest animal in the woods and forests where I live. I can swim and climb trees. My thick fur helps keep me warm in winter. Peering around. Bears are curious. That means they like to know what's going on around them. They often stand up on their back legs to look over the bushes. And here we've got some photos. Bears have long, sharp teeth and strong jaws. The bear's sharp claws help it to hunt for food. Now we're going to look at bears when they are born. I'm born in the den. It's winter when we are born, but Mum has found a warm, snug place to protect us from the cold and the snow. The place where we live is called a den. This week-old pup was born tiny, blind, and almost completely bald. That means it can't see and it's got no hair. It depends on its mother for everything. During the cold winter, the mother bear does not eat. She spends all her time feeding her cubs, keeping them warm and sleeping. After 2 months in the den, the weather is warmer and it's time for us to start exploring the world. We're ready to start learning all about how to be bears. Bear cubs are curious too. They learn by watching Mum and by playing. My white collar makes it easy for Mum to find me. You can see here's a white patch around the bear's neck. Bear cubs get most of their food by drinking milk from their mother, just like babies do. We are 3 months old now and very good at walking. It's time for Mum to teach us about the different foods that we can find in the woods. We stay close to Mum so she can protect us. The young cubs feed on berries, insects and small animals such as frogs. Ooh. The cubs have many new smells to learn about. Mum is on the lookout for male bears. That's boy bears who might hurt her cubs. There's some bear facts here. Bears have a great sense of smell. They can smell food up to 2 kilometres away. That's a very long way. The cubs drink milk from mum until they are about 5 months old. By watching mum carefully, the cubs learn what foods are safe to eat. Mum keeps watch for danger whilst we practice climbing trees. It's not as easy as it looks. When she stands up, Mum can see a long way away. A mother bear will chase off almost any danger, but hungry wolves are on the lookout for cubs that get separated from their mum. That means if they're not with mum, the wolves might come and eat the baby bear. Learning to fish. It's time for me to join the older bears for my first fishing lesson. Here he is. I learn how to catch the slippery fish by watching and copying the other bears. This 6-month-old cub is too small to stand in the fast-moving water, so he fishes from the shallow water at the edge. That's like going in the shallow end of the swimming pool when you're learning to swim, isn't it? The bears must wait patiently for the salmon to leap out of the water. You see they're catching it with their strong teeth and jaws. Winter is here and there's not much food to eat. It's time to find a cosy place to go to sleep. We will sleep until spring when there is more to eat. The bears have grown fat during the summer and autumn. The extra weight will keep them warm, nourish them until spring. These bears have dug a snow cave to spend the winter in. The cubs will share their mother's den until they're almost 2. And here it shows from the little baby bear cub how it grows until it becomes a big grown-up bear. Now you know how I turned into a grown-up bear. He says, bye-bye, I'm off to sleep. And look at those big bear paws. Got some very sharp claws on there. Here are my friends from around the world. So these are all different types of bears. We've got a sloth bear, a panda bear, an American black bear, spectacled bear, an Asian sun bear, and a polar bear. The polar bear is the world's biggest bear and he lives in the cold, snowy Arctic. Sometimes at the back of a non-fiction book you get a glossary. A glossary tells you what each of these tricky words means. So it tells you what a salmon is. A salmon is a type of fish that is very fatty. It is good for bears. So sometimes if there's a word in the book that you don't understand, you can look in the glossary to see if it will explain it. We've learnt lots of interesting facts about bears. I wonder which was your favourite fact. Perhaps you can put a comment below. I hope you've enjoyed learning about bears with me today, and I will see you all soon. Bye.